What's up, Stumblers? There's something I want to talk about in Stumble Guys version 0.75 beta. The keybinds are going to be updated crazily. You'll now have 8 keybinds to program, which is a little bit different. We normally only had 4. I know most people played with multiple items on their mouse and maybe 1 on the keyboard. Don't know many people who played with every single bind on the keyboard. But now we have 8 binds to work with. No longer 4. You have emotes 1 through 4, and now you have your new abilities, which are 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's 8 binds to work with. Comment down below what binds are you using if you play on keyboard and mouse. I used to run something very simple, 4 items all on my mouse. I would go down to ability number 4 and set that to M1. I like my ability level 2 as M2 for my second mouse button. I usually run punch here and I run kick there. Then my ability number 3 was my side mouse button, which was M5. It's the forward one on the side of the mouse. Then for my last ability, number 1, I used to click here and then go to mouse button 4, which is the back mouse button. And that used to be my default loadout and how I used to play older versions of Stumble Guys, pre 0.75. So now you have 4 emotes as well that you can use. These will all be taunts or emote pop-ups, and we'll show those in a few minutes. But now I run something a little bit different. So I'm very similar in what I used to do, but now with 4 abilities you can use, they take up most of my mouse functions now. So I'm very used to using M5 for taunt. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to select emote slot number 1 to my taunt. So now that's going to still be my taunt like usual. Everything else probably will stay the same. The only difference is you can't have 2 M5s. So my third ability, I'm going to click here and I notice my center scroll wheel on my mouse is also available as a clickable button. I programmed it to my delete key through my settings of my software on my mouse. So now I can use the center button as delete. So I still have 4 emotes plus my taunt all on my mouse. And that's what feels the most common to me. I am a little easy at using the letter Q and E on my keyboard. So I'm going to move emotes 2 and 3 to Q and E. And that feels pretty good. And then a lot of people use F, which is just your index finger sliding over to the right. I'm going to try to get used to emo 4 being F, but I don't think I'll ever use 4 emotes. The only major one I'll use is my taunt, which is a little more broken now. So it's not as important as it used to be. You can still taunt to get over walls, but if you get hit by emotes and punches, and if you sometimes hit over some walls, you don't survive. So the taunt is not as strong as it used to be, which leads you to use 4 emotes. I always wanted Stumble Guys to do this. I always thought we needed 1 or 2 more emote slots, but 8 is kind of crazy. I kind of wish they left Stumble Guys the way it was in 0.74 with your typical 4 emotes and just added 1 more slot that everybody can use with taunt for free. But now the new special emotes are going to switch everything up and we'll have to get used to playing a whole different way. So I'm going to hop in and show you guys what my setup kind of looks like and how I'm going to go set this up now. So we have emotes here that are all 4 taunts. I like to use a non-movable one for my forward mouse button. And my second one was the letter Q. So I'm going to try to make that one of the new movable ones, just in case we do anything on stream that are pretty cool. What are the movable ones? You know what? Let me show you what the movable ones look like, just in case you're unsure. So if we go to custom and we go to abilities and select that, it shows us all of our abilities. It does not show us our taunts. But if we go to the older version of the game, we have 4 purple epics. We have 2 legendaries and 2 rares, which are blue. So 3 plus 5 make 8 movable emotes. Most of them are the one from the new Looney Tunes. You see the Nuka-Cola from the Fallout, the Rainbow Puke, the hammer on the head, a toss. So these are the ones that are available that are movable taunts. So if we check on Epic, I like the Nuka-Cola one or the one, the cartoon one, which is a legendary. So I'm going to put a movable emote and 2 regular emotes. Maybe I'll use a pop-up. We'll see. Okay, so I'm going to stick to my usual taunt. This is the first option. That's M5. And then I'm going to pop over to the Epic, and I'm going to grab a movable one. And I like the Nuka-Cola. That looks pretty cool. So we're going to load that as our movable one, or maybe the cartoon. I'm not quite sure which one I want to use, but I know this one is good and this one is good. So we'll load the one with the hat for now. And in my last 2 slots, you could pick anything that you like. You could probably use a pop-up. You could use a GG's. It doesn't really matter. So I have 1 standard non-movable taunt. My second slot is going to be a movable taunt. And then I have 2 more. And maybe we'll just put a pop-up just because. Sometimes I like telling everybody GG's when they play a good game. So we'll throw that in. We have a GG's and we have a crying. Crying is always super important. I need the cry emote because everybody jumps me on stream. It makes me cry when I get targeted. All right, now we'll pop over to our abilities. These things are all broken, and guess what? I got them all maxed out. This is pretty awesome. If you have the beta, it let everybody get all your emotes and max everything out. So there's some emotes that are pretty good, and there's certain emotes that are the best. And I think we'll probably rank them on my live stream. So if you have YouTube or if you have TikTok, look up Stepyahgameup. Link will be down below in the comments and stop on by. But this is kind of the emote setup that I like. The power jump is a little broken. It just hops over everything. So I don't think we'll use it too much unless it gets nerfed. So I prefer to use the volleyball. I enjoy the shield for protection. And I like running the punch, which is pretty awesome, and then the toss-a block. That's my current setup. I have punch as M1. I got my shield as M2 for mouse button 2. Then I'll go into my back mouse button for my volleyball, and my toss-a block will be my middle button that I've rebinded to click. That's my delete key. So that's my current setup for all my keybinds in the new version of Stumble Guys. I hope this helps you out when you set your own keybinds if you play keyboard and mouse. If you're also playing mobile, I love to see your setup. Please send me the link of how it's going to look with 4 emotes and 4 action items. I feel like people will just use 2 rows of 4. Maybe they stack the 4 on top of itself of emotes because you won't really use that much. Drag 2 high out of the way and maybe put another 2, but you guys' screen has to be getting super busy. So please send me what they look like. I'd love to see. My Discord is down below in the comments. Shoot me over those pics. We'll make another video and see what everybody's setup looks like on phone with this amazing new update. And we'll be back for another video. So if you want any details about the new 0.75 Stumble Guys update, be sure to click the link down below. And remember to use code Mr. Step in the Stumble Guys shop.